Hi, everyone. Happy Shark Week.
Shark Week, 2 girls, 1 ticket, baby.
2 girls, 1 ticket / shark trackers. We're going to start tagging those Westies.
Westies. Well, aren't all the sharks on the Easties? What?
Yeah, the East ones are tagged. The West ones are not.
Oh,
Well,
yeah,
they
that's
are,
true.
but they're not tracking.
Well, didn't we sign up to not tag them, but track them?
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah. Okay. Down. Let's
Big
do it.
business.
We can find some more Tonyos.
Yeah. Shark
Tonyo
Week
the
has
shark.
always been such a thing, though. Discovery Channel. I remember being like locked into it when I was younger. Everyone knows that is Shark Week. I feel like
Sorry. Yeah. No, I feel like we need to watch it a little bit more, but I've always been invested. Sharks are a fascinating creature.
fascinating creatures. I honestly really haven't watched, and I have not watched in years, but I did
You're
catch a
shark
little
shaming me
glimpse
and you're
of.
not watching it yourself?
I know.
Jesus.
I'm just saying, it's like been around forever. It's such a thing, and like you see all this stuff on it. Here we are tracking our little apps, and then we don't even tune in. But um, I did see some of it. It was like these great whites off of New Zealand. I didn't realize they had so many great whites there. I mean, like massive great whites.
In
And
New Zealand.
then, yeah,
Well,
New
like the down
Zealand.
under countries, I feel like they've got some wild critters and sea creatures and yeah,
Yeah.
not
And then
surprised.
down around Cabo. And then the other little thing there, I think they were called like mako sharks, saw a little something on them. And then these orcas that are just so aggressive and they like attacked great whites, which I didn't realize that they really did. But remember when they were like capsizing all the boats and like they're very smart creatures.
They are incredibly smart. Were you the one that sent me the orca? Just streamline it into a sunfish and then it like literally shattered everywhere. I don't know how you would. It disappeared like the
No, I
sunfish.
didn't, but
Oh
they're
shoot! I need to
unbelievable. And
send
it's
it to
crazy to
you.
think that yes, now I need to see that. These sharks are so big, 13 feet, 15 feet, but then the orcas look double their size. They're like 23 plus feet long. I mean, they're just massive and they
Yeah.
just attack.
They are the freaking kings of the sea. That is what my New York Times crossword puzzle always asks me.
Who
What are
is
the
the king
most
of the sea?
intimidating creatures in the sea? And that is the
They're
orca.
so
So
calculated. Yeah.
I gotta send you this freaking orca just ramming into this sunfish, and this sunfish literally just shatters. I don't know if that's the correct terminology for a living object, but it was just crazy. It just disappeared, dissipated.
Okay,
I don't
yeah.
know.
You're going to have to send it to me, but everybody tune into Shark Week. Important stuff
Okay.
out there in these depths of the sea.
Yeah. We're tracking the sharks live though here. Us on the East Coast. We got Tallulah the turtle. We just scoped her out. She's cruising around Cape Cod. We got
On land.
Tonio. Tonio's off the
Tonio
coast
down
of
in Mexico,
Cancun.
literally exactly where he should be with a name like that. But other than those two down by Cancun, I think one off the west coast of Florida, they're all tracking north. And the turtles, for the most part, other than Tallulah and the other Delaware turtle right now, are all in Florida. And I think it must be their egg laying season because it all looks like they're on shore.
We're cruising south.
They
Yeah.
are
While we got
switching.
the big boy sharks up in off Prince Edward Island in New
Yes.
Brunswick. So want to avoid that territory.
Yeah, chomp chomp. No, thank you. And right around Nantucket. Okay, we have been on this, and I hate to just keep talking about a place that I told you is really insignificant. But it has been weeks, and I think
I'm
we've mentioned
starting
it
not to
every
believe it.
single week since I went there. And it just keeps coming up and adding more color to exactly my take. But this Paige Lorenz, I guess Paul now,
Paige
and
Paul. That's a cool
yeah,
name. I
it's a
like that
great name.
alliteration.
And the drama between this Four Winds antique store, which has been around forever, and it's actually a really nice store. They have good things and handcrafted things. They support so many, artisans and different crafts, and it's all really about like Nantucket baskets, which again are such a thing. We talked about them before. But this family took it over in the 80s, but it's been around since like the 40s. So established store on the island, puts up the sign, like we talked about last week, that says no influencers. And she has gone off the handles about it. We've got now Dave Portnoy involved. Everyone's putting their stake about this sign. What's your take?
I think it's fascinating that it's that deep. Like
literally. And it's turned
it's
into like a national news of this sign in a Nantucket Four Winds Craft Guild antique store.
Everybody's, chiming in, wants to share their. I'm like, whoa, this is serious. This is serious shit we're talking about here. So I want to be sensitive. I don't want to offend anybody since everybody seems to be offended these days. But to be fair, I don't know if that person was trying to draw more attention to her basket weaving store or whatever the hell it was, the arts and crafts store. But hell, they did a great job at that. You got Paige Paul going off, telling everybody that we're bringing feminism into it and putting people down. I'm like, whoa.
Right, you're not supporting feminists. And I mean, like, how did we take this turn? And I don't even think it was directed at her. Like, she thought it was like a personal attack. And again, I really don't know much about her. I think she's beautiful. I've just learned she was an incredible skier and grew up born in Boston, grew up in the Vermont area, was like a speed skier.
She's very good. Downhill like skier. I don't know.
Yeah,
Super
totally Northeast girl. Obviously, it's made this incredible brand that's popular due to influencers and, the teenage college demographic, I would say, maybe slightly older, dairy boy, which was kind of built off like the all-American, outdoorsy, a little bit like trendier, I guess, than like a, Ralph Lauren, but same kind of like, again, she's East Coast aesthetic. Yeah. So she has her Dairy Boy pop up on the island. I don't know if it's still there or not, but pop up.
No. It is a pop up.
Pretty sure. Yeah.
I heard there were lines out the door. So
yeah, just wrapped around. And anyway, she thinks Nantucket's her island. She probably 100% grew up going there, obviously got her pop-up there. The island is so strict about chains and chain stores, chain restaurants. They're just not allowed. And interestingly enough, while I was nothing, anything about it. And obviously they don't need to be, which goes back to our point. They don't need to be big box. They don't need the influencers. This has been an established island with very wealthy people, and locals and its own ecosystem, whatever that they've made and created and have been so, well thought of and respected as far as a place. And I actually had gone into Roller Rabbit, which obviously is a chain brand, which I also don't understand because there's also a Ralph Lauren. But I went in, I like the little toddler pajamas.
There's a Ralph Lauren.
There's a
I feel like that is definitely not a boutique shop. But...
Exactly, and Roller Rabbit either. And so when I went in the store looking for these little, again, kids' pajamas for a gift, they specifically said that they had to like close for a little bit of time and they had to come out with their own print and have like a couple things in the store that were only specific to Nantucket. And like their own print that they don't sell in any other store to kind of bypass we're a local store, not just like a traditional chain.
Yeah.
Interesting, right? Which I don't even know how that would like bypass the system, but it did. Yeah. Clearly loopholes. Anyways, I don't think that this store that's been there forever was attacking Paige Paul and her Dairy Boy or the fact that she's an influencer. I thought it was kind of a funny sign. I'm the wrong person to ask because, people are like, oh, well, you don't see signs that say no bankers, no lawyers, whatever. Those people aren't causing a scene and they're not coming in and out of your island like everyone is complaining about with their ring lights up and their phones out and their
tripods. Yeah,
exactly. And everyone's saying the same stuff and filming. This island doesn't need that influencer vibe to support itself. It just doesn't. So this Four Winds Craft who sell these Nantucket baskets for thousands of dollars, nice artwork, different antiques. They don't need the influencers coming through with their sticks, not buying anything for the most part. And I kind of see their point. And they've literally, I'm going to say ruined, and it's not even my place to say because I don't frequent there and I don't live there or anything, but like you can tell that was 1,000% and everywhere it's happening. In sporting events, like we talk about, everything else, they're dabbling in all of it. But I do think as a influencing culture, it's out of hand there.
Well, also, I think another factor is influencers automatically, and again, I'm kind of speaking from experience. I I hear all these stories, and I don't personally know because I don't have a business, but they're always asking for free shit, aren't they?
Right.
So they're probably
Yes.
walking in being like, hey, like I'm
Expecting
so
it.
and so, I've got
Yeah.
so and so followers. Can I have this for free? It's like, no, like
Right.
I don't need your
Or
business.
can I post your store and I get whatever it is?
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't need any. These stores don't need that. Again, this story's essentially been around since like the 40s. This family taken it over since the 80s. They don't need the influencers in and out just in their store. They're like hardly come in and have a conversation, just probably just come in to film the
Yeah.
store and leave. Like they don't need that attention.
No, and I don't know. Again, like I said, it's old money, probably high society that frequents those types of places. They look at influencers and it's just cringy.
Well, they're above it. Exactly.
Yeah,
Like, and I
exactly.
was laughing again, and Dave Portnoy was going off, and he said the same thing. He's like, I like Paige. I think she's a nice girl, whatever. He's like, I'm not trying to get involved, but same thing. Like, he's like, am I an influencer? He literally went on to the Four Winds Instagram. They had posted the picture of the sign and literally commented and was like, am I considered an influencer?
Yes, Dave. I would put you kind of in that category.
Oh my gosh. But he's not going around doing that. Like he says his take on
No.
everything, goes to his sporting events but again, he has his like stake, but I wouldn't call him
Yeah.
like an influencer as far as trying to like promote brand. Like he has his own brand.
No, he's not showing his outfit of the day.
And he's not asking for discounts and he's not doing a day in the life, but like I don't know, but it did crack me up as Tea by the Sea.
Tea by the Sea, and he's telling his little story, his opinion on this whole situation. He's
with
all
his
drugged
tooth.
up. His like tooth is on. He's like, oh, preface, I should got a crown.
He's like, I can't feel half my face, but
root canal.
Yeah. So funny, but it will be interesting to
drama.
see if the sign comes down and what effect that has. But I'm sure, like, if people feel shunned, like the island shunning influencers, they probably will be happier to have. Exactly, they'll have
Sure, they were doing just fine before they came. So.
I'm gonna say more thriving than they are right now. From what
yes,
but
exactly.
Anyways, I was wrong with my countdown last week. We are actually way closer than I said to football. We are 30 days until college and 43 from NFL regular season.
That is literally like a month. That is insane.
Literally just in time for you to return. Cannot wait.
Yeah. Hopefully it's a bit cooler. We'll fly right back into Texas and bring all the football energy.
Just in the nick of time. I know it has been so hot, like unbearable. Just if you're not in the pool, there's nothing to do outside. I read that Saturday is supposed to be the hottest, the hottest day in the last like 2 years. Not looking forward to that, but
I just like don't get what people do in Texas during the summer.
Yeah, they're supposed to not be here, but it is actually kind of. I mean, it's so quiet. Like there's really nobody around. Which is the only good thing. There's no traffic, school's not in, but yeah, there's nothing to do.
So yeah, I was going to say, obviously living downtown, I remember last year, obviously I'm new to these Texas summers. I think last year was like my second one, but we always come to here, but there was like nobody downtown. I was just like destitute. I was like, oh, I don't like this.
And you can get into restaurants and stuff, like no issues and reservations positive, but
I don't know. I'm ready to come back in late August, all fired up, a little cooler temperatures. We got the trees turning colors.
I know.
We got football in the speakers, pumpkin spice lattes. I don't drink those, but we like the aesthetic.
Yeah, coffee's hot again. It's not iced. Yeah, I agree.
All the above.
All of the above, but in the spirit of football, I saw the Cowboys, America's team, have arrived in Oxnard, which is obviously close to Santa Barbara, for their training camp. Yeah. And Dak was wearing his, I think it was shirt from the 60s, like Super Bowl champions t-shirt. It was a great looking shirt, but I had to laugh. I'm like, I'm sorry, Dak, it's still not your year, but I appreciate the effort.
A little TBT. I love it. Well,
yeah.
Hopefully they have a good practice season.
Yeah, and TBT of Tony Romo getting his DWI after his golf tournament.
I mean, how could they possibly give him he was going on his way to see Grandma and Grandpa.
He was leaving the course. What do you think? He's like, do you think I'm drunk because I'm leaving the golf course?
I just played some sports. I'm gonna go visit my grandparents. Were they his grandparents? I don't know.
Yeah, at 46 years old. That's what he.
Grandma and Papa are waiting, sweetheart. I don't know why you're making me step out and take a field sobriety test in the middle of and what's a gorge? What's a gorge?
So it's funny.
Like, he crossed over the gorge. It's like he's like, a what?
Yeah. I think he's kind of a goofy guy, even as a commentator, and obviously didn't like him as a cowboy because I don't like the Cowboys. But seems like a harmless guy overall. Just seems like I don't know.
Call my lawyer.
Yeah, he's like, can I not do that? The first like little clips I saw, I was like, okay, he's really not that bad. Like he might just be, kind of a goofy guy. Obviously, everyone knows that they're being recorded.
Yeah.
Obviously knows he's in trouble to some extent. And then I was like, okay, he's following instructions, whatever. Obviously, he didn't do any of the field tests. And she said, we're on a bridge. I'm going to take you to like level ground. I'm like, what is a bridge? A bridge is flat. Like, what are you talking about? So then they go move. And the next like footage I saw, I'm like, okay, you can obviously tell that he's like, did I not pass this one? Okay, no.
Did I pass? No.
Yeah, did I pass? No. Okay.
I think it was funny when she goes, have you ever had any head injuries? And he just like stares at her and starts chuckling. He's like, well, over the years,
yeah,
but not recently.
Poor guy.
Do you think she knew who he was?
For sure. I mean, I say that, and then it's like the guy didn't know who Scottie Scheffler was, and like surely the people knew Tiger
Zach
Woods.
Bryan, I think, had an incident.
Yeah, it's But I hate it. All the things running through their head. I don't know if I got pulled over and they asked me, and I was dead sober. Like I would feel like I would still fail. Like just being so nervous.
I would be so nervous.
But it was so funny. He's like, "Can I warm up a little bit?" And he's like literally stretching on the front of the police car. Oh my gosh,
a little bit.
So funny. Poor guy. But he did seem nice. He was like trying to, and he's like, "Well, are you going to do the breathalyzer or whatever they call the actual test?" And he's like, "What's that?" And he's like, "Oh, where they take the no." He's like, every lawyer has always said no. I mean, I'm not doing that.
Yeah. You go, oh, that's yeah. No, I've learned my lesson. I was thinking, yeah, because that Justin Timberlake one that came out was really funny. Did you ever watch that?
Yes,
totally
yeah.
Related, but the way he handled it because the police, I don't think they knew who he was either. Because they were like, "Why are you here?"
Right, and
something. Yeah, he's like, "I'm on a world tour." They're like, "A world tour of what?" He was just. These cops are hilarious.
So funny. But I guess even Tony Romo in Milwaukee or whatever, like he was there for it was Milwaukee, right?
It was
there
like
for a golf tournament.
Said,
there for a golf tournament. But I guess unless you know that as a police officer, that's why like you wouldn't picture him being there. But also he said his grandparents are there. So I don't know, maybe frequents.
Frequents Wisconsin. So.
Yeah, I guess he was supposed to. I know he's a big golfer, but I knew he was supposed to play another tournament, obviously backed out of that, but we'll see how he goes. I don't think he's going to be losing his job or anything over this. I think it was
well, I say it's innocent, but don't drink and drive, kids.
Exactly. And again, there's just no excuse or reason to
with Uber,
a driver, have your grandma and grandpa come pick you up, like get a Tesla. I don't know. Yeah. Self-driving, but anyways,
well, you live and you learn.
Live and learn, Tony. Yeah, better luck next time. But and then did you watch at all the 3M golf tournament with Koivin, the player from Auburn? He's like 21 years old, absolutely crushed, beat Scottie.
Really?
Yes. First PGA win. He had like an incredible college career at Auburn, like one of the best in history. His freshman year, went on to just do so well throughout college. Got his tour card from his ranking and how good he was, and literally won his first PGA tournament. Just graduated or just finished school this year.
Damn.
I know, literally crushed.
Scottie.
Poor Scottie. This is like Scottie's like second place finish, like this entire all year. He's just really been right there. But I'm proud of this kid. Love to see somebody new. Amazing start to his professional career. But my favorite part was he wins his tournament, and then he just goes out to the pond, like at the course with his fishing rod to celebrate. He's like fishing in the pond just like a little kid. Just it's so cute.
Do you think he got anything?
Of all the ways that's a good question, but of all the ways to celebrate, I'm like, that's great, but very impressive. So that was kind of fun to see.
What a humble kid. Jeez, good for him. We'll see how consistent he can be from here.
Yeah, and do we consider LeBron humble now that he's like taking a $4 million contract for 2 years to go play in Philly?
The whole freaking situation is crazy to me. I mean, thank God. I want to preface with thank God he's finally out of LA. I'm sure there are a lot of people that are very happy about it, including myself.
Yes.
Second, it just seems like an odd move. I mean, I think LA was definitely I think they're trying to focus on the younger kind of crew and get them up and running. And I think LeBron thinks he can go win another championship.
Well, the Lakers need to revamp and get back to their roots.
Yeah.
And
so I think getting him out of there
LeBron out there, I think will help.
Yeah.
And
totally kind of refocus, revamp.
There are so many things of like LeBron's the only person to move from Bel Air to West Philadelphia. Could you imagine?
Philly? I don't get it. I mean, it sounded like he owed somebody something.
Something, yeah. But I also feel like you're right. He probably was like, I want to go somewhere. I'm going to make a difference. Good for the city, obviously. I mean, they have the Eagles, but bring, energy to those 76ers fans. Obviously, they're going to have. Yeah, exactly. They have a couple strong people, but if he really thinks they can win a championship, I mean, it'd be an amazing story, to finish your career going out like that and going to Philly of all places, taking the pay cut. And
he's not in it for the money, Lauren. He's in it for the win, the hustle, the legendary LeBron leaving this industry with a W.
I will literally be shocked to see it, but everyone's like stunned. It's just so funny to see people's reactions. And obviously, like Dawn Staley was like going crazy, so excited. She's like, anything you need, let me know.
Oh my God.
Saquon Barkley was tweeting at him, like, when you're ready to tee it up, let's get out there. Everyone's like, what golf club is he going to join? But then I kept seeing all these things about maybe he will live in New York, which is only a 45-minute helicopter commute.
Oh, good.
Yeah, like Kobe round 2. Like, why do it? Like, there's no way that makes sense for every training, every whatever, every game to helicopter in and out. I don't know about that. But I know his wife wasn't wild about Philadelphia, which I get. I actually like Philadelphia. I think it's a cool city. There's some nice parts of it. But coming from LA and everywhere else they've been, I can see that it would not be ideal. Maybe she'd rather be in New York, and that's part of the thinking. But I don't know.
The whole situation's interesting, but I mean, he can move to New York and hang out with Mindavi or whatever that mayor is.
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
he's just LeBron is. When I texted my dad and my brother, oh, what do you think? This is an interesting move. I don't want anything to do with him. Get that off my phone. I'm offended that I even asked. Sorry. I don't want to put one single thought into this man. I was like, sorry, Dad. Jesus.
So funny. Yeah, don't take it back. Yeah, really. And then the governor declared it LeBron James Day, only the second athlete to ever get that in Philly history. The second ever. Think of all the athletes in Philly, even the Nick Foles, anyone that has made a difference in Philadelphia. The only person to ever have it before is definitely not Travis. Jason Kelce, which obviously makes sense. He was, an Eagle forever.
Yeah.
But again, another Portnoy rant. He's like, he's 100 years old. He's been on every team. He's been in Philly for 1 minute, and the governor gives him a LeBron day. He's like, I cannot wait for fans to like boo him out of Philly. Like, this is the funniest thing I've ever heard. I'm like, yes, that is exactly the energy we need.
It doesn't make sense to me. I don't understand that thought process. I mean, he's not God's gift to the earth. Like, he's fucking annoying, and they're going to realize it.
Well, and he messed up LA, like the Lakers. Like, I always didn't have a problem with the Lakers until he was on there, and it just like totally changed the whole like dynamic and the whole like, I don't know, morale and like sense of the team, in my opinion.
That's the type of person he is.
Yeah.
Speaks volumes.
Yeah, and Porter was just like, it's a slap in the face for all these like great Philly athletes who've actually been there in the city, made a mark, have been established, put in their
Yeah.
time, and like this guy for 1 minute has been a
Do we
76er,
know if
hasn't
he's ever
even
been
moved
there?
there, and
Yeah.
yeah, exactly, yeah, and he gets it, but
Well,
hey,
again, I'm
we
just
can't
happy
wait
to
to
see him
see
out of
it.
LA.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. He gone. And WNBA drama. This is getting ridiculous.
I it's really been my source of entertainment. I know I've been sending you a lot of clips and everything, but wow,
Because it's
they are
getting more
getting bad
entertaining
press.
than ever. Yes, and they were doing so good about having actually positive press and positive numbers and more money being pumped in and, you know, setting record values for these teams. And then you bring in all this like complete nonsense.
I mean, it's girls do we want to consider them girls? Some of them are like men they look like, but just the whole All-Star game and the freaking bullshit cheating allegation. Like, I'm like, what is going on? This is like a reality
Well,
TV
and that's
show,
all you
ladies.
hear about. And people are like more invested in, again, the drama. And everyone just goes back to like, okay, that's girls and drama and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And this is like WNBA is a joke. When again, it was on track to becoming more of a respected thing. And the All-Star game. Okay, first of all, it set records like everything else on the planet, set the most attended WNBA All-Star game in history, beat the men's All-Star game this year for the first time ever.
Really?
Yes.
Well, I don't know a lot of guys that are like, oh my God, we got to watch the NBA All-Star game. You know,
Nobody, because it's all gimmicky. I don't even know why they have them. It's like we were talking about, you know, MLB and the home run derby. Like, who's actually paying attention or watching or going? So all of that, gimmicks. But then you add in the relationship drama of this Chicago Sky player calling out her ex-girlfriend that plays on the Aces on social media for cheating with other players in the league. Like, and that's the major headline above all else in the WNBA is that. And I'm like, what does that have to do with anything? Do you know how many of these guys in the NBA cheat on their wives, girlfriends, whatever, baby
not with
mamas?
each other,
like,
though. That would be
that's
a little bit
true. That is a little bit more scandalous, but I guess that's where it comes into play.
That's what it takes.
Yeah.
Imagine
So I guess it's a little incestual. Oh God. But again, like for that to be the highlight of their season, and then rolling up to the All-Star game, WNBA, these outfits and Angel Reese, right, with her new Barbie, right?
Just is she trying to mimic the Barbie?
Well, I don't know. I hadn't seen the Barbie until I saw what she was wearing, and I was like, what on earth is she wearing? Like that pink kind of like see-through, almost look like lingerie, and these pink high heel sandals, and her hair's all, yeah, exactly. And I was like, is she trying to channel like Baby Spice when she wore her, remember like that Spice Girl that wore like that pink, you know, kind of lingerie looking thing? Like, I don't know if she was trying to channel her Victoria's Secret. I have no idea what she was doing. But then when I found out she had her Barbie, I was like, okay, that makes a little more sense. Tying in the pink, maybe it was resembled the Barbie. But again,
it's not a good look
at all.
No, she's I read some of the comments. I mean, again, I hate hating on people, but Warren said she's so obnoxious herself. People are like, she looks like an avatar. Just like ripping her apart in the comments. I was like, oh boy. But yeah, it's just
they just don't do anything to help themselves, help the brand, their personal brand, help the WNBA brand. Like, I don't know who's helping puppeteer any of this, but it's not great. And then Sophie Cunningham, I do give her respect for just saying whatever she wants and being herself. And I think she's so pretty. Like her game day outfits and what she shows up in, you know, appropriate. Like more of that channeled would be great.
Simple. Yeah.
Yeah. And she obviously came out and was like, men don't belong in women's sports. Obviously, that created so much uproar from other.
Yeah. I said what I said.
Players, outside players, everybody. And then her shoe sells out in 2 seconds. Her first shoe with Adidas. It was actually a cool design. Did you see it with the pink and the blue?
I like the design. I didn't like the colors. I thought it was a little too, I don't know. I just didn't. I thought it was like too like
Whimsical,
kiddish. Yeah, yeah,
light.
yeah.
Yeah,
Not my vibe. Especially like again, I like pink. Everything I own is pink. My nails are always pink, but
yeah.
it was just a little too pink for me. So
Too
if she
light.
like
Yeah,
dialed it down, maybe with like paired it with like a gray or like I don't know, not like a light blue, but
yeah,
super cool. Obviously, I don't have a pair. I didn't get a pair, but I would wear a pair. I wouldn't be
yeah,
offended by any means. But
yeah. I think she
she's
was kind of
great.
funny. Hmm.
Yeah, I love all her memes still with her pointing.
Totally.
Now
Yes.
they're all saying like I said what I said. She like doubled down on it, didn't try to apologize for anything
No,
she
there was
said.
no
She didn't
apology
missay
necessary.
anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she speaks with I feel like a lot of she just speaks well and she communicates effectively and her words cannot be misconstrued, where some people are like, well, she may be about this. Like, no, she said
No,
what she said.
no,
So
she's direct and also backs it up with on the court too. Then you have to respect that too. It's not like
yes.
she's one of these people trying to gain fame by her image and the way she looks and the
Mm-mm.
things she says. She also again goes on the court and then does her pointing and does get in people's face and does perform. So you
Yeah.
got to
No,
respect that.
I just freaking love that girl. I also saw she's got a shit ton of followers on Instagram and TikTok, which is
I just
very
started following her
rare.
because I didn't follow her. I just, again, just to see
I
more
did
of
the
what's
same
going on.
exact
But
thing. I was like,
look
oh,
at we're
my
two new
girl.
ones. Yeah.
I am not supporting you. I'm so sorry. So we
So funny.
we're team Sophie.
Yeah. All around. Um, a little more baseball that I thought I saw again, Instagram, TikTok, things like flooding my feed. Are you an Aviator Nation person or familiar with the brand?
I'm familiar with the brand and I don't get the hype. It reminds me of like Care Bears. Remember Care Bears back in the day?
Yes, that's exactly 1,000% correct. And I agree. Like, I don't understand the lightning bolts. I don't understand the stripes.
Like
I don't
rainbows
get
and
it.
stripes and
Yeah.
yeah. And it, okay, it's fine. But it's like $500 for a set or like a sweatshirt or something. Like
Then
it's an
there's that. It's
insanely
literally
amount
like
of
$1,000 like for the set and a t-shirt.
yeah.
Yeah,
I'm like,
outfit.
what?
And the
That's
trucker
that?
hats. Yeah. And it's so popular. And I think around here because Paige Mykoski is one of the, founders, founded in Venice
Mm-hmm.
Beach. Everything's handmade in LA. Her brother, is the founder of Tom's, Blake
Yeah.
Mykoski. And they spent a lot of time in Aspen. They spent a lot of time here. I think a lot of people, in Austin are, all connected with them. So I feel like we see it around here a lot too, given lake culture, mountain culture, it's not just beach, but there's something about it to me. Same thing. Like I wouldn't buy it or wear it, but long way to say, I know it's popular. They have their cool South Congress store, obviously established. They seem like really nice people. I
Mm-hmm.
think she was recently married.
Lesbian.
But
Maybe that's where the
yes,
rainbows come in.
and that's, I'm sure there is something to that. But
Mm-hmm.
anyways, they're have an MLB Aviator Nation collaboration, and it is really cool. Again, not sure that I would wear it, but it's
Okay.
kind of like a little bit throwback. Like, I don't even know who would wear it because I don't think the high schooler teenage girls are wearing it or into baseball to care. And you and I aren't wearing it. People older than us aren't wearing it. But like the Yankees one, it's like these neon letters and it's like the cool pinstripes. The LA Dodger one, I think, is the best one. The blue with just the kind of more simple, like LA Dodger logo and it's big on the pants. Again, I wouldn't wear it, but I thought it was a really cool collaboration for them.
Okay, I looked it up. Now everything you're saying, it sounds cooler than what it was because I looked it up
Am
and I
I
was like,
overhyping
they
it?
put a Nike sign or they put a Yankee sign on a sweatpant. Like I was like, cool. Like
No, I
nothing
know,
was
but it's
really
like I wouldn't wear it because like I'd be more tempted if it was actually like the Yankees logo and they did the pinstripes and it's like something more dialed down. It's like neon yellow New York Yankees, like digital text with the pinstripes. Like it's a little much. But again, the LA one, um,
I like the sweatpants that kind of look like old school baseball pants, with
yeah, with
the
the
stripes, the
pinstripes.
pinstripe.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Is that what you just said? Okay,
Yeah,
that looks
yeah,
cool.
yeah,
Sorry.
exactly. That's what I'm saying. There's some cool elements to it. Like I think the LA one's really cool because it's just like the actual Dodgers logo and the big LA on the back. I think like even the Padres, I think it was, had a cool one. And not every
Yeah.
team, I think.
I mean, they're cool. They've still got the rainbows, stripes, and all that fun stuff to really.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know who's buying it, but the
Yeah.
concept and the collaboration is cool and good for them. But
Huh. Okay. Well, maybe I know what to get you for Christmas.
and then where am I gonna wear it, Brogan?
I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you a cowboy. Wait, no, I was trying to get you a Texas one, but we're talking baseball now. So, what would be
Too
most
funny.
offensive to you?
Yeah, most offensive. And then Glenn Powell, he just got cast and is set to star in a Richard Linklater biopic of the Yankees about Lou Gehrig.
Does
That's
this guy
kinda cool.
look like an athlete? Like, I feel like he's getting cast in all these. What was that? Chad Powers and all these like athlete.
Then he's
roles.
also Top Gun now. But yes,
Yeah.
I actually did think that the picture that they had on what I was reading about this movie, and obviously Richard Linklater's, well known, but it was Glenn Powell and then an old school picture of Lou Gehrig, and they decently did resemble themselves. But when I look at Glenn Powell, I'm not like screaming, "You're an athlete."
No, I'm screaming, you're a thespian. So
Exactly. You're Matthew McConaughey 2.0.
that's my favorite
That's
line.
the only way to, yeah.
Oh my God. No, I mean, good for him. Yeah, I saw a bunch of photos of Glenn Powell and that Landman Michelle Randolph or whatever, her getting cozy during 4th of July. They look like
They're a
having
cute
a grand old
couple.
time.
I will say
They
that.
are.
And
I think
she's
she's
so pretty.
beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw her again, as I mentioned previously. Landman, the cast was staying at the Four Seasons Hotel in Austin, and she was there, and she's absolutely stunning,
Yeah,
coming
she's
from
beautiful.
Orange County. So I've got some mutual friends with her, but yeah, no, good for him. I don't know. Do you like
Beautiful.
him as an actor?
Again, kind of like I'm gonna go with no. Like I don't.
Shocker.
But I don't have anything wrong with him other than again, he just reminds me too much of a little bit like a Matthew
Poser?
McConaughey, like poser. Yeah, like a little like again, I know to use Adam's word gimmicky. Like he's just he's not like a classic like Kevin Costner or like a
Well, he's
manly
new
man.
and upcoming.
I know, but I
Or
just like the automatic,
circle
like
back in 30 years.
distinguished. Yeah, that's true. We could give it some time. But if you think about like, let's think about these people that have aged well, like a Matt Damon or a Ben Affleck. Like those guys were super young when they were like doing Good Will Hunting and stuff, and like
Yeah,
I don't watch that and be like, oh, they need to age into themselves. It's like they already had kind of
that's
like a more classy air to them then.
yeah. No, I get that. Yeah, interesting. Well, he's killing it with whatever he's doing. He's getting
Crushing.
cast
Somebody
left
likes
and
him.
right.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, he's
So
doing well. Yeah, gotta respect him for that. Obviously, I don't know him personally in any form.
we'll
I'm
see
sure
him
he's
on
a
the
very nice
UT
guy.
field
But
soon.
exactly, yeah, coming to a sideline near you.
Yeah.
Good God. Yeah, we'll be looking forward to that. But so I have not been able to see the Odyssey yet. I've been seeing
And
reviews
you should be
all
thankful.
over. Now I want to hear it straight from you.
So obviously, Adam dragged me to this movie. There were multiple reasons. One, I don't love going to see really long movies in a theater.
Mhm.
I have like ADD, and sitting through 3 hours, not being able to pause it, gives me
It's a real
anxiety.
commitment.
To add to my anxiety, they didn't serve any wine. So
And you were
I
at
was
an
like,
IMAX, correct?
I was at an IMAX.
Yes.
I was sober, and I was front and center. I think Adam should have got seats a little higher. We were kind of looking up, and then they didn't recline all the way. And freaking, I should have brought earplugs. I'm like an old grandma in there. I'm plugging my ears. The seats are shaking. It was an intense. That was my first IMAX experience, and it was with.
So
the
did you
Odyssey
go to
for
the
3
one that
hours.
like
Wineless.
purposely the seats move, or it was just rattling because it was so loud?
It
Because
was
they
just
do have the
old.
ones that, yeah, but they have the ones that are like the full on experience. I think I sent you one of the videos that where somebody was like filming, and it was like the seats actually shake and move to go
Yeah,
with
zero
the.
chance. I would want to do that. No, I'm like motion sickness. I'm scared to go to the Sphere, let alone, shaking in my watching a movie. I heard didn't Jurassic Park come out or something and they had like water spraying on people and stuff like that. Yeah. No, I don't need to do that unless I'm at Disneyland. That's totally fine. I don't need to sit through 3 hours of that. I can tell you that. I don't know. It's just Christopher Nolan obviously is amazing at what he does. This one wasn't it. They wasn't walking away, and Adam, as obsessed with him, wasn't walking away being like, you know what, that was badass. So obviously,
was it like the storyline or the noise or like just all around? You give it a what rating out of 10?
Well, I wouldn't call myself like a movie critic connoisseur.
Well, I'm calling you one.
Okay. I mean,
at this moment, just like
opinion, they didn't have wine, so that was a huge. Maybe if I had
minus 5 points,
that's immediate 5 points. So I was gonna give it like a 6, because it wasn't horrific. I know there was obviously some controversy with the casting of maybe some wokeness, but I don't think that really affected the movie in a negative connotation. I just think the storyline was really long. They didn't have like a really amazing like battle or fight. It just wasn't like a scene that was just you talk about for days on end.
That made it all worth it, or pull it all together.
That was good. Would I go and see it on IMAX again without wine? No. Would I watch it again at home one night when it's free? Absolutely. It wasn't that bad.
So we're gonna sit at home and wait for this one.
Yeah, I would recommend, unless you're super itching to see it, I would recommend going to not an IMAX and maybe one that serves you
for 3 hours.
For 3 hours, but yeah, I don't know. It was whatever.
Right, Paul.
I don't know if that was a good movie.
No, that was good. We'll take it. 6 out of 10. 6 out of 10, and don't see it at an IMAX and have wine in hand. That's our takeaway.
Yeah. No, I don't know. Have you been watching any good films?
No, I haven't. Again, I watched no movies, but I did. I did just briefly watch a little bit of the Shark Week. But not even really dedicated time. Maybe an hour total between 2 nights of it. Just because I do think it's fascinating. No, Shark. I haven't even watched any shows. I really just have not even been
different Shark shows.
The Shark Week. Yeah, it was called House of Shark, I think was one of them. And it was kind of cool. That one, yeah, and they would actually try to find the DNA that matches and it was, they made it like a I don't know if it's like a no, just to see which sharks were related. Which is kind of interesting, but just because there were so many of them. Yeah, kind of random, but it's called House of Shark. And then the other one, again, was this Mako Sharks. Something on
the Mako are super quick ones, right? They're
yeah, and they're not even, I mean, they are sharks, obviously, but I don't know. They're not going to attack you.
Eat your head off?
Yeah.
I did see the other day, I don't know if you saw this, but there's always these people that, I don't know, they're shark trackers or consider themselves shark trackers, but they have drones and they sit a mile off the water. They're nowhere near the shore, they're probably sitting at their house, whatever, and they want to fly the drone out and kind of look for sharks and do whatever. They did one off of the coast of Southern California, where, again, I frequent. That's where I'm from. But there were these kids swimming, and this drone footage shows this tracking this 13-foot great white shark around, and it gets really close to shore. There's kids in the water that is just kind of sitting under. This was last week, and the guy has no way to tell the kids there's a shark right behind
or the lifeguards or anyone to be a
mile offshore. He's no way to I don't know if you could call the lifeguards and be like, hey, I'm tracking a shark right there, because it literally happened. It swam really close to the kids, swam under it, and then swam away.
So crazy.
But it was just imagine how many times that happens and we don't know.
Right.
And this guy got the footage
boat or whatever. Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, they're everywhere. And I mean, you can look up and, track them. But there's it's a fraction of the sharks that are out there. And not all of them are great whites, and they still bite you. I was a kid the other day, had gotten bit off the coast of Florida, and it's just there's all the time. There just happens.
Did you see that? This is not shark related, but we're talking about water in the ocean and how crazy it can be. Did you see that Ryder, 16-year-old lifeguard that saved that
Yes.
10-year-old boy, and now
And now
Trump
he's
is
going to
giving
get
him
like the highest medal of honor.
that
That was pretty
kid
impressive though, that he was on it,
was
got the guy, got the
yeah.
boy, does his maneuver, falls back into the waves to let it like come on top of him and, you know, roll in probably how they're trained. That was pretty impressive. And that somebody filmed it.
He had that kid. He was not letting go of that
Locked
kid.
in. Yeah.
The kid came in. I think he had his like bathing suit off by the time
Yeah.
he was probably not breathing because they were underwater for so long. But that gave me chills to see that kid just
It was
totally
pretty incredible. And
use his
that there would,
training.
if that lifeguard hadn't been there, that kid would have absolutely been washed,
Died.
swept away. Yeah.
Died.
No one
100%.
could have gone in to get him.
They had to have like 20 other people help the lifeguard in, which
Right.
he was holding on to the kid and trying to move, and the waves in Santa Cruz were just so well deserved. That's athleticism to, you know, a T. And everybody in the comments was like, he's going to be in a SEAL team and like
exactly,
all that stuff. I was like, yeah, go Ryder.
Yeah.
So
I mean, he
yeah.
truly saved that kid's life. So
It
he
was.
definitely deserves
He
the
gets to go to the
recognition.
White House
But
now,
yes,
baby.
he does, and he's not going to turn it down.
No, you better not.
Yeah, exactly. All right, everybody. Well, we'll be back with our latest on No Influencers, and we'll be counting down to football and fall and all of it. Next week, we are heading to Florida. So we might have a break next week if that's...
Oh, where are you going?
Naples, actually, which I've never been to. I've wanted to check it out. I know it'll be hot, but again, it's hot here. So,
I was literally, you know, I was there a few weeks ago.
Mhm.
One of my clients is down there. He's a billionaire
That's
developer.
right.
He needed me to find him a CMO, which I did.
Good for
But
you.
if you need any recs, let me know.
Yeah, you'll
because
have to let
he
me know.
owns a bunch of, again, like hotels and restaurants, and I'll get you guys some good
Yeah, there's
resis
supposed to be
stuff.
good shopping and stores,
Mhm.
and I think hopefully
Yeah.
it'll not be super crowded. Just again, given the
It's off
time
season.
of year, exactly. Being by the ocean is nice compared to here, so it'll be fine.
Is Jason
but-
going to golf or do anything?
No, just
No, you're just going to
yeah,
Naples.
We're just going. Yeah.
Wow,
Go
big Florida
explore.
people,
Yeah,
Floridians.
exactly. Real Floridians.
I love it. Well,
Yes.
don't miss us too much then.
All right. Yes. So we will be back in a week break with all kinds of stuff. And
All
everybody
kinds of
enjoy
stuff.
your
Big
week and
updates,
weekend.
big
Yeah,
life updates for everybody.
big life updates all around. All right. Bye.
Ta-ta. Ciao.
Ciao.
Arrivederci.
Adios. Arrivederci.